Syracuse University is mourning the loss of a first-year student who was hit by an SU trolley. Find out how students honored the loss of freshman Trevor Pierce. And student activities are still paused tonight. Find out the new numbers on the university's COVID-19 dashboard. And New York State is fining a band promoter for social distancing violations. I'll tell you how one SU alumnus is involved tonight on the CitrusTV News Update. I'm Oscar Offerman, and this is your CitrusTV News Update. The Syracuse University community is mourning the loss of one of their own today after a tragic accident on campus. 18-year-old Trevor Pierce died after he was hit by a trolley last night. CitrusTV reporter Greg Bradbury tells us what happened to Trevor and how students are honoring his memory.
Tonight, the Syracuse University community is grieving the loss of freshman Trevor Pierce after a tragic accident took place behind me on the corner of Comstock and Waverly Avenue. Throughout the night, students have come here to pay their respects for Trevor.
The person on a skateboard struck by the Syracuse trolley.
Trevor Pierce was riding his skateboard when a Syracuse University trolley struck him shortly after 5 tonight. The Syracuse Police Department says that Pierce was in critical condition when they responded, and he was taken to Upstate Hospital. Just after 9, though, Dean of Students Mary Ann Thompson announced that Pierce had died, leaving those who knew him shocked.
Originally, I couldn't believe the eyes. I thought it was like reading it wrong. I thought the email we got, it was just a dream almost. And then you start asking around, and you're like, could this actually happen? And once the official news came out, I think everybody was just devastated.
Pierce was a freshman from New Hampshire. He was in the honors program while pursuing 2 degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences. Dominic Chapone lived in Sadler Hall with Pierce.
He had a very open personality, always loved talking to people. He was friends with everybody, very nice with everybody, and that's what made Trevor so special. I think that's going to be a big piece that we're going to have to fill in because we're going to miss him a lot.
Now, it is a very difficult time for the Syracuse University community, and anyone who is struggling is encouraged to reach out to the Barnes Center for counseling. Meanwhile, the Syracuse Police Department is continuing to investigate, and we'll keep you updated with the latest as it comes out. Reporting from the corner of Comstock and Waverly Avenue, I'm Greg Bradbury, CitrusTV News.
There are 5 new student COVID cases on the Syracuse campus. This brings the total count at SU to 99 active cases, with 281 students in quarantine. With only 33 active cases so far in the 2-week period, Syracuse can continue in-person learning. However, all non-academic activity is still on pause. 15 North Syracuse school bus drivers are now in quarantine. The bus drivers met to help disinfect the school last week, but on one of their breaks, they decided to gather maskless and less than 6 feet apart. One of the drivers later tested positive for COVID-19. All schools in the North Syracuse School District switched to remote learning early this week in order to schedule substitute drivers for the next few days. Students will return to in-person classes tomorrow. The Department of Health is charging a concert promoter for violating public health laws. The state is seeking $20,000 in fines. In the Know Experiences held the Safe and Sound concert series featuring the Chainsmokers at Nova's Arc Project in the Hamptons back in July. The DOH investigation found over 2,000 concertgoers attended, exceeding the maximum number allowable per the event's permit. They also found that masks were not worn at all times, defying the safety measures outlined in the permit application and promotional materials. The department claims the event ultimately created conditions that increased the risk of spreading COVID-19 in New York State. SU alum Drew Taggart is part of the Chainsmokers. Governor Cuomo is adding 3 more states to the New York travel quarantine list. Visitors from Ohio, Michigan, and Virginia must quarantine for 2 weeks upon their arrival to New York. They join the list of more than 30 states and territories with high levels of COVID-19 infection. And the Syracuse Common Council passed the Right to Know Act Tuesday in a 7-1 vote. The law is supposed to increase transparency between the Syracuse Police Department and the public. It will require officers to give their name and rank to people they approach and offer their business card. The law also requires SPD officers to record interactions and obtain consent when conducting unwarranted searches. This is one of 9 demands of the people's agenda for policing. Now, the weather was pretty nice today with temperatures hovering around the high 50 to low 60s mark. But will this nice weather stick around? Citrus TV weather anchor Trey Redfield joins us now to break down the forecast.
I'm Trey Redfield back here with another virtual Wednesday weather report. Let's take a look at what's going on right now as the sun is setting on campus. 58 degrees outside, mostly sunny skies throughout the day. The sun's been peeking in and out, especially in the peak of the afternoon around 12 to 2 o'clock. But low winds throughout the day, but it's going to continue as well for tonight. It's going to be 49 degrees though. The clouds are going to come in as well, and the significant drop in temperatures. 9 degrees. We haven't seen the high 40s in a while up here in Syracuse. But let's take a look into tomorrow. 63 at 9 a.m. It's going to be really nice at noon at 69 degrees. And then at 6 p.m. it's going to get down to 62. Rain throughout the afternoon. Showers expected to be around 70%. And the wind, it's going to be around 13, 14, 15 miles an hour throughout the day. Let's take a look into our current temperatures now. 61s in Penn Yan, Ithaca, and Binghamton, Elmira, all the way up to 63, 60 in Rochester, but then high 50s in Fulton, Rome, and Syracuse. Now let's take a look into our 5-day outlook back here on campus. Afternoon showers tomorrow, like I said, 70% chance of that. Friday, we also have another chance of showers floating around 40 to 50%. But on Saturday, it's game day, ladies and gentlemen. The Orange take on the Flames of Liberty to finish up their home-and-home series that they agreed to last year with. Now, look, it's going to be really nice, so be sure to maybe watch the game outside. I don't know. It's going to be around 57 with a low of 43. Sunday, it's going to be pretty gloomy. 61 is the high, 46 is the low, and then it's a Monday. The showers will be back. High 59, and a low of 46. So now let's take a look into our activity outlook. It's supposed to be a really nice night, and it's a really nice night for you to go pay your respects to Trevor Pierce, our first year that we lost yesterday in a trolley accident on Comstock and Waverly Avenue. So if you have time tonight, go light a candle in honor of him. There is a vigil out off the intersection of Comstock and Waverly. So make sure you go do that. Love your loved ones around you, and stay safe, Syracuse. And that's all I have for this virtual Wednesday weather report. I'm Trey Redfield, Citrus TV News.
It's been rough lately for Orange sports. Jaron May is here to break down everything you need to know about SU sports. Hopefully he has some good news. Jaron?
Wait a second, this isn't the Citrus TV studio, but hey, this is still your sports segment, and I'm still Jaron Met. Syracuse football's All-American Andre Cisco has opted out of the season and declared for the NFL draft. The news broke last night, a day after it was announced that Cisco would be out for the remainder of the year due to an ACL injury. The safety finishes his SU career with the 4th most interceptions in program history, tallying 13 in just 24 games played. Let's take a look at part of Cisco's announcement video.
With that being said, I'm choosing to opt out of the 2020 season and enter the 2021 NFL Draft. This is something I've been dreaming of since I was 8 years old, and I'm beyond grateful for the opportunity, even under the unfortunate circumstances. I've given the school everything I got, and this community gave it back tenfold. I can't wait to make y'all proud.
Cisco leaves a big gap in the SU secondary, but defensive back Ifeatu Melifonwu is excited for his friend.
My reaction is I'm happy for him. Like it would be like really selfish of me to, want him to come back. You know what I mean? Like that's the decision he made. I respect it. I'm happy for him. I'm excited. It's something, he's been thinking about for a while and wanted to do. So I'm really happy for him.
Melifonwu and the Cisco-less Orange are back in action this Saturday as they play host to the Flames of Liberty. Game time is set for noon. Staying on the hill, Syracuse field hockey's Florine van Boetzelaar has racked up 2 weekly honors. First, she was named the ACC Offensive Player of the Week yesterday. Then today, the freshman was tabbed as the National Field Hockey Coaches Association National Offensive Player of the Week. Van Boetzelaar scored 2 of Syracuse's 4 goals against Duke over the weekend. She is the first Orange player to score multiple goals in a single game in 2020. SU Field Hockey travels to the Tar Heels State this Friday to take on UNC. Transitioning to the professional gridiron, the Jets have released Le'Veon Bell. The star running back signed with New York 2 years ago and has played in 17 games with the squad. In a statement by Joe Douglas, the Jets general manager, he says, in part, after having conversations with Le'Veon Bell and his agent and exploring potential trade options over the past couple days, we have made the decision to release Le'Veon. He continues on by saying, we believe this decision is in the best interests of both parties and wish him future success. With Bell no longer on the roster, 37-year-old Frank Gore will fill in the role as running back one. The Jets play the Dolphins this Sunday. That'll do it for this remote sports update. Make sure you follow us on social media at CitrusTV News and watch all of our content on YouTube by searching CitrusTV. I'm Jaron May. Everyone have a nice day, and please stay safe.
And that's all the time we've got for you on our remote edition of Citrus TV News. For more content, like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Citrus TV News and on Instagram for our daily digital tap show. I'm Oscar Offerman. Have a great night, Syracuse.